Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we have some Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and the unique weapon guide for the Jacko cannon here. So the Jacko cannon is actually less of a unique in my opinion, and more of a legendary just because of the fact it's only available for a limited time only. If you guys don't know, right now going on is the Bloody Harvest celebration. It's not a DLC or anything like that, it just add into the game for the pre-sequel, and it's running from October 30th all the way to November 2nd, so 4 days. And during this, if you go out to a certain spot, you're going to find a bunch of bandits that have jack-o'-lanterns on their heads. The explosive barrels now have jack-o'-lanterns on them. When they drop money, it shows up as like yellow candy almost, like the TK Baja DLC from Borderlands 2, as well as Deadlift, which is one of the first bosses in the game, is now called Undeadlift, and he can actually drop you this shotgun, so it's pretty cool. So Jacko can itself, the one I have is called the Sinewy Jacko can. The prefix will change depending on which one you get to drop. There's prefixes on this gun, and they have little minor changes to the gun itself. As with all unique and legendary weapons here in Borderlands, we do have some red flavor text, and for the Jacko can here, it says, your body lies beaten, battered, and broken. Now what this does, like this special thing that this shotgun does, is it actually launches flaming jack-o'-lanterns that explode upon impact, as well as these projectiles bounce on uneven terrains, and it has reduced ammo consumption. So it consumes 2 ammo per shot, it fires flaming jack-o'-lanterns that explode when they hit. It's pretty freaking cool. Now let's show you guys how to go about getting this thing. So to start this up, we're going to want to go out to Serenity's Waste, where you have to go to get a lot of things, I've noticed. But I actually had a weird glitch happen when I spawned in here, and I wanted to show it to you guys. I'm using the Rosie, which you get for completing the campaign on True Vault Hunter mode, and it kind of glitched for me for whatever reason, and there it is, just hanging out in front of me. I don't know what I did to do that, but switching weapons ended up fixing the problem, and yeah, but I just thought it was cool. I wanted to include it in the video. So where we're actually heading is called Regolith Range, or Regoliath Range, and we're going to want to go to where I'm marking on the map right here. All you really need to do is just go out to make a right and then just go loop all around Serenity's Waste and you'll actually end up there. I'm actually going to go ahead and fast forward this for you guys. It's pretty simple to get there. I don't think too many people are going to have a lot of trouble getting there, but it's one of those places that you can't just automatically teleport to. There's no fast travel in, there's no fast travel out, so that's kind of an ordeal, but still, it's that's how you get there, and we're going to start showing you guys some of the really cool things you're going to find there. So here we are at Regolith Range, or Regoliath Range. It's really hard to pronounce this thing, but you see it says Dead Drop. You probably remember this area from the campaign. You have to go here and fight Deadlift. He's like the second or third boss or something like that. He drops you a unique laser weapon, but everything here is pretty cool. So the barrels all have jack-o'-lanterns on them, which I think that's pretty much true everywhere within the pre-sequel right now. Like everywhere that I've seen so far, they actually have the jack-o'-lanterns on the explosive barrels, but here you actually can see that the people you're facing, all the scavs, they actually have jack-o'-lanterns on their heads as well, and that's pretty cool. You don't get a good shot of it here, but when money drops, once again, it does look like the yellow candy that you would get in the TK Baja DLC, the Halloween Headhunter DLC from Borderlands 2, and it looks like that, and it's pretty cool. You can find that money anywhere. Like you can be over in Concordia and you can loot like a chest or something like that, and you'll see if there's money in there, it's gonna look like candy during this celebration. So I thought that's pretty cool. It's not like we're paying money for a DLC or anything like that. It's just something, it's like a world event more or less. And I think that was kind of a cool thing that they ended up doing for us, rather than making us pay, you know, even nickel and diming like $2 or something like that. Instead of doing that, they decided, you know, we're gonna add this world event in here that people can go ahead and do this, and if they don't go ahead and get this shotgun within the days of the actual celebration, then tough cookies, they don't end up getting the shotgun. But you go across that jump pad here, we're actually going to go into Deadlift's little lair here, and you guys have to remember this right from the campaign. You kind of go in here, Deadlift is here. They changed his name to Undeadlift, but they did not change around any of his dialogue, they did not change around any of his mechanics or anything like that, or even the way he looks or anything like that. It just changes his name to Undeadlift, and of course during this time period he actually has the ability to drop you the Jacko cannon, which is my experience. I've actually gone here twice. I've only farmed him twice. I got a Jacko cannon both times, so I'm assuming it's 100% drop rate. I can't quote you on that, but it's a very long fight because I don't really have a reliable shock weapon to drop his shield. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and fast forward this fight for you guys, so you don't have to sit here and watch me, so I take forever to drain his shield. Like I melt his health itself because his Rosie is really powerful, but the shield, man, it took forever. So let's go ahead and fast forward that for you guys. Alright, and his health's about to drop down like nothing, and there it goes. Man, I just burned through people when I have the Necromancer ability here for Claptrap. Just melts through everybody. So he actually drops 2 uniques. He ends up dropping, getting exploded by stuff. He ends up dropping 2 uniques. It's called the Vondergaffen or something like that. It's right here, right there, the Vondergraffen or whatever you want to call it. It's the TDR laser weapon that is always a shock, and I like it, but it kicks like a mule, so I can't use it that well. As well as he drops the Jacko cannon. Let's grab this skin right here. The Jacko cannon, the lumpy Jacko cannon, which is different than the one I have. I now have 2 of them, both with different prefixes, but they both perform pretty much the same with the exception of a little bit more damage and a little bit more accuracy on one or something like that. So I now have 2. Let's go ahead and look at it once again. This is the Sanubi Jacko cannon. It looks pretty nice. It's got like kind of like this burnt orange coloring to it. Of course, we have that creepy looking face over there on the side. And like we do with all of my guides, let's actually take this stuff over to the training facility and use it on some scabs, and we'll see exactly how good this weapon is. So here we are at the Shock Drop Slaughter Pit, and we're going to run around and blow some people up with our flaming jack-o'-lantern rounds. The shotgun itself, now we're looking at here in first person, looks pretty awesome in my opinion. I like the orange on it, I like the face on it, I like everything about this shotgun, and we're about to blow some people up. So it's not an amazing shotgun, like you're not going to be one-shotting people all the time or anything like that, but it does do a considerable amount of damage, especially if you direct impact them. Now, it's not like other shotguns or even like other bullets and stuff like that, other guns that like kind of consume bullets or anything like that, where you have to direct impact somebody to really get damage for it. Since it's an explosive shotgun, you just kind of need to hit near them, kind of like the Unkempt Herald in Borderlands 2. If you just kind of even shoot at someone's feet, you can do a pretty good amount of damage. Of course, you're going to do more damage if you just direct impact them, but the splash damage you actually get from the explosive shot itself is pretty powerful. It can take out people pretty good. As you guys can see, I'm running around here just doing some good damage. And I'm Claptrap, you know. Claptrap doesn't do a whole lot of good damage. You know, I have a lot of abilities and a lot of different kind of buffs I can end up using. Of course, like if I use vaulthunter.exe, and if I get something like Gun Wizard, which will double my fire rate and double my magazine size and stuff like that, that can be pretty powerful. But I don't have a whole lot of stuff that makes me just amazing with shotguns. Of course, there's an entire explosive tree that I could go into to make Claptrap very powerful with explosive weapons, but I didn't want to do that for this video. I didn't want to completely respec myself and then give you guys kind of an inaccurate representation of how the shotgun itself actually works. This is basically Claptrap with no real buffs to him at all. It's just kind of seeing the gun itself and what damage the gun itself can actually do. When you get critical hits with this thing, it's devastating at times. It's a really cool shotgun. Is it the best thing in the world? By no means. By no means is this like the most powerful thing you'll ever get in the world, but it's a really unique shotgun. It shoots freaking flaming jack-o'-lanterns, which is pretty awesome, and it makes it all the more unique simply by the fact that no one else is going to be able to get this shotgun that I know of. Of course, maybe that can change in the future. They'll add it via DLC somehow. Maybe some other boss later on down the line will be able to drop it, but as of right now, you can only get this thing during the Bloody Harvest celebration, which is October 30th through November 2nd of 2014. And after that, I'm assuming Deadlift is going to go back to being normal old Deadlift. He's not going to be on Deadlift anymore, and because of that, he's not going to drop this shotgun anymore. So it's a unique thing. Get it while you can and show off to your friends that didn't end up getting it, you know, later on down the line, you know, when who knows when Borderlands 3 is going to come out, right? Maybe it'll be 2 years down the line or something like that, and we still have this shotgun. It was only available for 4 days out of these 2 years, and you're one of the lucky few that end up getting it, you know. That's going to be a pretty cool thing. So go ahead and get this shotgun. Even though it's not the most amazing thing in the world, it's nothing like the Thingy, it's nothing like the Rosie, or it's nothing like a lot of the legendary weapons I picked up, but it's a unique weapon. It's not supposed to be super duper amazing like a legendary is supposed to be, right? So it's a unique shotgun, it's a fun shotgun, and it's going to be super rare, and it's only going to become more rare as time goes by. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves, and happy Halloween to all of you guys out there. I think it's pretty cool that we're able to make this video here on Halloween, a guide to how to get a shotgun that shoots flaming jack-o'-lanterns. It just works too well. It just works out too well. I do hope you guys all enjoyed this video, though, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.